and talk about, not in a judgmental way, but in your own way, finding your own space and finding comfort with yourself and being very clear about what you will and will not do. But I talk about success being defined differently for different people. And the one universal mark that I would expect of every successful person is that as you become more successful, more powerful, more impactful, you must become more compassionate and more humane. Because at the end of the day, all of us are playing a game where we control very few of the variables. We are rolling the dice, even if we think we deserve everything we get. In fact, we have been the beneficiaries of good fortune. For those who believe the grace of God, for others, the equilibrium of nature. Just as that is important for individuals, the mark of a good society, of a long and deep culture, Nam Tamil Kalacharam Panbadu Palayaram Andugalaga Valarndu Paravi எல்லா இடத்துலையும் நீடிச்சு இன்னும் வருது என்றால் அதோடைய அடையாளம் மனித நேயம். We have to have a compassionate society, a society where everybody has a voice, everybody has access. அதுதான் திராவிட இயக்கத்துடைய அடிப்படை கொள்கைகள். சுயமரியாதை, சமூக நீதி, எல்லோருக்கும் வாய்ப்பு, precisely through education and opportunity and reservation and so forth. But after 100 years of such principles, we are in a very good state today. Tamil Nadu, if you take a comprehensive measure of GDP, health index, social kind of development, any comprehensive way of looking at the quality of life, Tamil Nadu is by far the biggest, best large state in India. As such, we have the responsibility to lead the way. And Adithanar Mudhalamaichar ovvoru murayum, he keeps pushing us through his own actions and his own speed to extend the envelope, to be path breakers in yet another way. And the அடிப்படையில் தான் இந்த நிதிநிலை அறிக்கையில் சில முக்கிய அறிவிப்புகள் around animal welfare we have announced. In particular, we are realizing that the government cannot do all of this work by itself. We have announced, I think, for the first time in India, 20 crores to be given to NGOs that take care of abandoned and stray pets and so forth. And in every department we are bringing some more of these, and we are going to expand. In the city of Chennai, for example, we are going to build a pet crematorium. We are going to provide facilities for shelters, more neutering facilities, in every way. We want to, because that is the hallmark of an advanced society. If we are relatively well off and we are relatively well educated and we are relatively socially developed, then that should be felt in the level of humanity and compassion that we fund through the government. That's its policy. It's not just that it's goodwill. And in fact, I might add, though I personally do some things for my own preference, people generally feel like politicians have a lot of shortcomings, probably. But in one way I can tell you that we set the bar. If you come to the Secretariat, Fort St. George, throughout the grounds, in fact inside the building, in fact sometimes close to the assembly, there are many calmly peaceful sleeping dogs walking around, getting fed by policemen, getting fed by assembly staff and so forth. So it's one place where street animals and people happily coexist, and I was very proud and happy to see that. Of course, that's the broad context. I think initiative like this is commendable because people who have access to a platform, who have access to a media spotlight, don't always use it for the best reasons. In this day and age of social media and instantaneous celebrity, you can be infamous or famous for many things and then leverage that into many other benefits or schemes. So I'm very happy to support somebody, an organization, a founder who uses their public platform for the greater good, and in particular the greater good of the voiceless, as the Health Secretary has pointed out. And as somebody who has 4 or 5 indie animals in my houses, of course this is a cause close to my heart. So in any way that I can and we are happy to provide an additional impetus to what is otherwise a great effort. So இந்த ஒரு திட்டம் அனைவரும் மிக என்ன சொல்றது, எந்த ஒரு பெரிய செலவில்லாமல், எந்த ஒரு பெரிய கடினமான முயற்சி இல்லாமல், மிகவும் இயல்பாக அவங்க இருக்கும் இடத்தில் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சட்டியோ இல்லை ஏதோ ஒரு பாத்திரத்தில், ஏதோ ஒரு பானையில் தண்ணி இல்லாதவர்கள் தண்ணி குடிப்பதற்கு வைப்பது எல்லா வகையிலும் நம் சமுதாயத்தையும் நம் செயலையும் சிறப்பிக்கும் என்று கருதுகிறேன். In our culture, in the ancient Tamil culture, we give a lot of value to feeding those who are hungry. In fact, the greatest value one can add is removing hunger from a human being. For that matter, we should extend that to animals as well. So, அந்த அடிப்படையிலும் நம் பண்பாடு, நம் கலாச்சாரத்தின் ஒரு அங்கமாக இருக்கும் to be good hosts, to be people who help those in need, precisely first of water and then food, is I think well connected to this initiative. So I wish it all success. I commend the founders, and I look forward to continuously working with you in ways we can add value. Thank you again for inviting me. Nandri, Vanakkam.
Thank you, Dr. PTR. Now I call upon Mrs. Chaya Devi to announce the distribution of mementos to the associate promoters.
So thank you so much after this lovely speech and very touching inputs that you've given us. Yes, it goes a long way for I speak on behalf of the animal fraternity here, people of your stature who come here and who blessed us with your time and your inputs. It goes a long way because we get that visibility, and thank you everybody for being here. This is my complete fraternity here, the animal fraternity across Chennai. They're all present here to show their solidarity, and thank you so much for giving us your inputs. It goes a long way. Thank you so much. We'll have a quick round of sponsors here. I'd like to facilitate them. So our dignitaries will be doing the honors. We will go with Royal Canine, Mr. Ashutosh Kukreti. Yeah. Surgical Avenue, Mr. Abhishek Jain. Come quickly, you have to go. The Sankar Beautiful World, that's Mr. Gautam Chanda, who does a lot of work for the cancer. We are our associate NGO who work with them. We have the Institute of Mental Health, Dr. Purna Chandrika, who has been very, very supportive. And I would like to make a small request. There is a counter which is selling some products from the Institute of Mental Health. I would like each one of you to please go there and buy some products, because these products are being made by the inmates of the institute. So I think you give them a big applause. Some of them are here to receive our attention.
அருணா உள்ள வைக்கணும்